Welcome back, family. Hey, we're here for something we haven't done in quite a while. It is a Remember Me video. Now, it's been a long time since I've done this, and I'm trying to get my feet wet into a lot of the things here in the channel back to solo, which is something I haven't done in a long time. I know that we've been able to do separate videos or an additional video or a longer video for Patreon members, which gets released earlier. I don't know really how to. I think I know, but I'm not quite sure. So this first video, what I'm going to be doing is I'm giving you three picks. And they're all banger books, but I'm going to release it to Patreon a week before regular. Boom! This way, everybody, the Patreon gets the exclusive time, and come into February when I make the list, then the picks. Then I will make a separate video for Patreon members also only. So this way they have exclusive Remember Me picks. So I got three key books that have really come down in price because they're off everybody's mind. And that's the idea of a Remember Me pick is, as Reggie Collect says, you don't buy when the water is red. You wait until the blood is in, a little water is blue. Blue Ocean Books. Well, books that are super hot, the price goes crazy for. But then once the TV series or the movie, fades a little bit into distance, more TV series, more movies take its place as a peak interest, the books that shot up in price start to come back down again. And the books that we said, don't buy, this is not the right time, we need to say, hey, remember, this is that book going, Remember Me? This is a book that you wanted to wait 6 months to buy? Well, it's been 6 months, and here I am at this price. So I don't just pick books that have dropped in price. I pick books that I think have a potential this is the low point, and it has a potential to go back up. So let's get right into this. We got a very, very key first appearance here in Werewolf by Night, number 32. First appearance of Moon Knight. Now, I am not, of course, going to be telling you guys to go out and buy yourself a 9.8 and drop 11 grand or 7 grand or any of these other crazy prices. But you can definitely get yourself in at a lower grade, an entry grade. An entry grade to just have the book in your collection. Now, I'm looking at, like I said, I'm looking at lower grades here. But for $329, $425, a 1.8, $400 for a 2.0, $450 for a 2.5. If you get that income tax return check coming hopefully soon, you hopefully overpaid, and you're going to be getting some money back. If you have always been wanting to get your hands on a Moon Knight first appearance, like the 2.5, back in 2021, that was selling for $1,250, $1,000, $1,349. Look at these prices. And now $450. The book has dropped 70% of its value. And Moon Knight is still a very popular character. So if they do come out with a season 2, which is, I think, very highly likely, this book will have a resurgence. And if you ever wanted to get this and add it to your collection, this may be a very good time. If you're looking at dropping a little bit more, look at $500 even for a 3.0, $427 for a 3.0. These prices have really, really come down. $504 for a 4.0. Oh my goodness. Same books back at $1,600, $1,449. $1,650, $1,525. Some of these prices, again, they're 1/3 what they were 2 years ago. The entire market has dropped down. It's yes, absolutely, it has. So if everything is on sale, I'm just trying to remind you of the items that maybe you always wanted to get, but you never had a chance to. So let's get ready to check out the second book in my pick. Now, this is a pick. This is a newer book. It's a 2020 book. This is a book that is constantly selling between, on average, $300. At its peak, up around $400. Strange Academy #1, which was a Scotty Young first not a variant. It was Humberto Ramos is the one that did the cover. Sorry about that. I see that type of art and it just makes me think of Scotty Young. Come on, there we go. So yes, it is a Scotty Young Humberto Ramos, but that is the Humberto Ramos cover, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I usually am. That's why I need Greg. So, if you go and check the prices, though, I was watching an auction on this. Now, I have a copy. As a matter of fact, it's right behind me. I can see it. And I have a copy to 9.8. I was looking to get another copy because one that just sold on the 14th for $145.50. And I got distracted, but I would have bid on this. This was a middle of the day type of auction. I wonder, can I? Will it let me do this? No, I was hoping I could zoom in. No. Oh well. 170. There was a 225, but then before that, 164, 175. This book has dropped quite a bit. So, what did I do? Did I break it? I think I broke it. Get me back over here while I'm working on this. What I can do is try to just refresh the screen. I don't know if we're going to get a Strange Academy in the MCU, but they kind of made it feel that way at the end of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I think this is a good enough storyline. I'd love to see this as a Disney Plus show. I think this could be like an ongoing series, something more original on the Disney Plus, something that I think at some point they're going to have to realize that the writers that are putting stuff down on paper are not coming close to what's actually already in comic books, and they should just hire some good people to screenplay and convert what storylines that you already have, and stop playing games trying to reinvent the wheel. You don't need to. But this is still an ongoing series. And this book has dropped quite a bit in price. If you wanted to get a copy of this is your time to be looking for like a $150, $160 9.8. Maybe you get lucky, you find another 146. So again, half the price of what it was. And then we are going to hit the third pick. So I got 3 picks for you. Third pick is a book that really went up in price. Then it came back down. Then it went back up. Then it came back down. Because it came back down right now because it's out of everybody's mind. And we know that this character is coming back. He's very, very important in the MCU coming forward. No, somewhat important. We think he's going to be important. His first appearance of Falcon. Captain America number 117, who is, Sam Wilson is now the new Captain America. And again, I'm not going to ask you to go buy a 9.8 for $33,000, which actually dropped down because that was at $78,000. Jeez. Boy, you think that person lost some money? $44,000 on that book. But I was looking at like a 6.0. 6.0s, $295, $279. There was a $325 that just sold. $375, $260, $288, and you go back before the show and you had $552, $435, $520, $699, $899, $715. Really, really much higher prices than you see right now. It's still, again, this. If you look at $900 now, $325 and $295, this book has dropped down, lost 2/3 of its value. Just, the same as just about every other book on the market. And we know that Sam Wilson is going to be coming into, having not his own movie. Well, I think he actually is. It's the Captain America, the New World Order, or whatever the heck it is. I really don't know what is or isn't actually going to be happening with the MCU anymore. It's just too impossible to try to keep an eye on it. After that, what happened with Jonathan Majors / Kang, and taking a step back, worried more about quality than quantity, which they should have been doing in the first place. They wouldn't be, and people try to identify whether or not there actually is a superhero movie burnout, which honestly, I love comic books. Look behind me, and I kind of am too. So I can just imagine the average fan. Um, I still think that this is long term a blue chip book. This is only 17 issues in for Captain America's actual run. So it's the equivalent of like Spider-Man number 17 or Fantastic Four number 17. This is Captain America number 17. Yes, he was in the Tales of Suspense for 1 through 99, but this was his first book in the Silver Age. You go back to Golden Age, you had the original, of course. So those are my 3 picks for the month of January. All 3 of the picks are major books that will, they're dependent upon something specific happening in the MCU or in comic books. They are all characters that have been established for long periods of times, or comic books from 2020. Okay, so it's not a long period of time, but still, it still is a fan favorite, and that has a very good potential. And 150 for Strange Academy number 1 in a 9.8. That's a good price that you would be in 2021. If you saw 150, you would have just said, "Here, take my money." Okay, in Fry's voice from Futurama. Right now, trying to be more frugal. I understand that, but if that's a book that you've always wanted to add to your collection, if any of these 3 are, then hopefully this sparked some interest in you starting to look on eBay or Craigslist or your local comic book shop or whatever. And don't forget, if you go to your LCS and you want to buy books, don't forget to just double check on cover price. Get yourself a subscription so you can see recent sales. And don't forget to double check surrounding grades. Sometimes you will find, I'll give you an example, Ultimate Fallout number 4, a 9.2 lists for more money than a 9.4. It's because people say, "Oh, I want a 9.2," and they go and they look, "Oh, that's how much it sells for," without checking the surrounding grades to know 9.2 should actually be selling for less than this. So eventually that'll catch up, but don't fall in the same trap. Let's just say you were looking for a Captain America number 117, and your local LCS has 4.0, and you look and say, "Oh, the last sale of a 4.0 was $700. That doesn't seem right." Oh, but it was a year and a half ago the last time they sold a 4.0. Well, how much did a 3.5 sell? How much did a 4.5 sell? Average it out and get yourself a truer price. It's your money. Make it go as far as you can. In the meantime, though, thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate you being here. Don't forget to check out on Instagram, where we are a Team Ohana family, and on Patreon, if you want to join us and become members there, it's Patreon/Team Ohana. Please click Nike. Yeah, the sneakers. Click like. Drop a comment down below. What picks do you think are really good that we should be jumping for? Or are these 3 picks also on your radar? Don't forget to click on notifications as well so you know when more videos will be dropping. Until I see you in the next video, mahalo.